when you couldn't get kangaroo oil, they said use emu oil. And emu oil is from the bird, but it stays liquid at room temperature. So it's an easy access into the animal fats. Right?
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Right.
Setting it up.
Setting it up could be, it takes a little finagling, but the emu oil you would use just like the olive oil. So it's a really easy access. And then the coconut oil, but you have to, do it on a hot day, right? So that it's liquid enough. And the oil that I did not put on here, because it's just too obvious, is hypericum oil. Right, and we're all making, I'm getting, like all these messages and things. Made 2 quarts of hypericum oil and 2 quarts of hypericum tincture. And it's been a pretty good year for hypericum. And when we take a break, before lunch, it'll be a break for picking wild salad. And where there's some hypericum growing. You can take them and show them that. I would love to harvest it today. I had a big long list of all things we were gonna do today. We were gonna tincture hypericum, we were gonna tincture yarrow, we were gonna tincture motherwort, we were gonna make mint vinegar and catnip vinegar and prunella vinegar, and we were gonna make hypericum oil, and we were gonna make mint honey and elderflower honey, we did that yesterday. And we were gonna dry linden if it was flowering, and we were gonna dry red clover, and we were gonna dry monarda didyma, and we were gonna dry nettle, if there was nettle in a state to be dry. But we can't do any of this because it rained yesterday, and everything's still sopping wet out there. And believe me, I've tried. And your oil would just really mold up and spoil very, very badly if you try it with any plant, even as wet as this. All right, and I like to let 48 hours go by without rain. And I always pick the plants for oils right in the heat of the day, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, with the sun shining right down on it. And even with tinctures, I tried making a hypericum tincture when summer was so rainy. May and June and into July, we had some 70 days, and it rained like 68 of those days. And I was just desperate, so I did make some hypericum tincture with wet hypericum, and it was like pink.
Didn't get red.
It's the
Never
pollen.
got red, yeah. Just the oil in the leaves was diluted by the rain. So we just have to say, okay, that's what we could do today, and we have a list of the other things that we can do, right? And I'll ask Colleen and Alex, and perhaps Nicole and Nadine to walk you around and show you some of these plants both before lunch, and then I'll pick salad, and then after lunch as well, if you didn't get to see them all. So that it's not just talk, but that you're right there with the plant, which is where I want to be. All right, what could we tincture? We could tincture boneset. We could tincture elderberries if they're berrying up. If they're not, it's flowers. We could tincture echinacea root, although that's usually later on in the year. We could tincture plantain. We could tincture ragweed. Why on earth would you want to tincture ragweed? What? All right, because it actually makes a homeopathic remedy that helps you deal with pollen allergies. Now, I said yesterday that there's 2 ways that plants get pollinated: by wind and by insects. And if you're going to be pollinated by an insect, you better be looking your best. You got to have like some flair there, because the insect has got to be attracted to you. So all those beautiful showy flowers that you see are insect pollinated flowers. That tells you it's an insect pollinated flower as soon as there's a color. The plants that people don't think flower like trees and grasses are wind pollinated. So they don't bother. I mean, come in your bunny slippers and your curlers, come on. It's fine, the wind's gonna blow. You do not have to attract anything. But if you look at the grasses closely, you will see the actual flowering parts, especially the male parts, which tend to dangle out. And we were talking yesterday about the male pollen from the pine trees, and it's true of the many other trees that have male and female in the tree, although some trees do have perfect flowers, and so they don't make that much pollen.